pink hotel, a boutique.
Today on 2020, we are investigating a serious problem facing our ecosystems today. Pollution of the wetlands is causing damage to our economy, to human lives, and to the animals who we live with on this planet. Today we are lucky enough to have two very intelligent workers from the EPA, our Environmental Protection Agency. They have come to tell us more about the dangers the wetlands are facing and what they are going to do to help it. Live from a wetland in Marion Station, we have Kelly Dale and Claire Cumberland.
Hi, my name is Claire Cumberland and I work for the EPA.
Hello ladies, thank you for being with us today.
Wetlands are the lands where most of the life is dependent on the land being saturated with water. They're typically areas where water covers the soil or is present either at or near the surface all year or varying periods during the year. And there are two types of wetlands, coastal or tidal wetlands, inland or non-tidal.
They are found from the tundra to the tropics and on every continent except Antarctica.
What are problems facing the wetlands today?
Wetlands often determine how soil develops, types of plants, and the animals that live around it. Wetlands can be a home for both aquatic and earth species.
And a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot.
Why protect these wetlands?
There's a ton of pollution and many various sources. Non-point source pollutions are unlike pollution from industrial and sewage treatment plants. They come from many diffuse sources. NPS pollution is caused by rainfall or snowmelt moving over and through the ground. As the runoff moves, it picks up and carries away natural and human-made pollutants, finally depositing them into lakes, rivers, wetlands, and coastal waters, and even our underground sources of drinking water. These pollutants include excess fertilizers, herbicides, and insecticides from agricultural lands and residential areas, oil, grease, and toxic chemicals from urban runoff and energy production, sediment from improper managed construction sites, crops, forests, and lands, and eroding stream banks, salt from irrigation practices and acid drainage from abandoned mines, bacteria and nutrients from livestock, pet wastes, and faulty septic systems. All of these things running off into wetlands can be harmful to the plants and animals. Urban stormwater pollution carries various toxic emissions and pollution from big cities into the small wetlands. Urban development, such as roads, buildings, parking lots, and driveways, mean more impervious surfaces. These surfaces do not hold moisture, so water from rainfall, snow, or even irrigation is transported rapidly across them and deposited in large amounts into drainage conduits and eventually surface water.
They took all the trees, put them in a tree museum, and they charged the people $1.50 just to see them. Don't it always seem to...
How are you planning on protecting these wetlands?
We should protect wetlands because they are extremely valuable to the people and environment living along the wetlands. Wetlands develop the shoreline, protect property from waves, decreasing water velocity. They suspend particles in the wetlands so they filter out sediment, and they have a very fragile ecosystem. If the food cycle is broken, then tons of things are thrown off. They also protect against floods, purify the water, and are good for recreational and aesthetics activities.
For families for everyday use, we can use docks or boardwalks to cross the wetlands, lay out access paths along high ground, preserve existing drainage, never divert water to or from wetland areas, and don't take away native vegetation along the wetland edge, and control exotic and invasive plant species.
How long is this going to take?
Responsibilities of the EPA, Section 404 of the Clean Water Act, established a program to regulate the discharge of dreaded or filled material into waters of the United States, including wetlands. Activities in waters of the United States regulated under this program include fill for development, water resource projects such as dams and levees, infrastructure development such as highways and airports, and mining projects. Section 404 reactivities in waters of the United States regulated under this program include filling wetlands. Activities in waters of the United States regulated under this program include fill for development, water resource projects such as dams and levees, infrastructure development such as highways and airports, and mining projects. Section 404 requires a permit before dredged or fill material may be discharged into waters of the United States unless the activity is exempt from Section 404 regulation. We also plan on talking about the use of watersheds, which is an area in which all water, sediments, and dissolved materials flow or drain from the land into a common river, lake, ocean, or other body of water. We are developing guidance linking wetlands protection programs to watershed planning efforts. We need funding from state watershed projects through state wetland protection grants, and we're working on integrating a watershed approach into federal flood plan management activities. We also plan on supporting a series of national and regional meetings on wetlands and regional watershed planning.
This plan sounds wonderful. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. For more information on protecting the wetlands, please visit wetlands.org.
Oh, that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, put away the DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, or leave me the birds and the bees. Please don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot.